Hey guys, it's Colin here. So for today's video, I'm here to talk about a minigame which a lot of Minecraft servers have. It is Bedwars. I'm going to talk about its history, its game mechanics, goals, and strategies. But since it may take too long to put it all in one video, I'm going to divide it into 3 parts. The history, which is this video, the mechanics, which is going to be part 2, and strategies, which is part 3. Now before I start, I would like to say a few things. So as of the moment, I am still an experimental channel. I do random things based on the things that I like to do, and I don't know, maybe this video will end up good or bad. So it really depends whether I get a good amount of views or a good response from the community. Hopefully this video would end up as a stepping stone for me to become a great channel. Anyways, why don't we begin? So the history of Bedwars is quite old. Not that old though, just nearing to become old. It started back in December 6, 2012 when the YouTuber Void decided to post a trailer for a minigame in which 2 islands with the loot generator and a trading system battle each other by using PvP and bridging techniques. Now there weren't really that many videos showing the old style Bedwars that Void created, although there was this one popular video back in the day that was created by Venom. It was posted a year after the first teaser was created, so it took a bit of time before it was popularized. But even then, even if it made a few 100,000 views, not much was made out of it. Maybe a few local servers were created, but at that time, the main game was still survival games and other minigames. After 3 years when the first map was created, a German YouTuber in 2014, known as GommyHD, decided to add it in his server, and then called it Bedwars instead of Rush. That was a major stepping stone in making the minigame big, as there was a lot of players which was in that server. This caused Bedwars to gain more traction, and thus making other servers to create that same minigame. One of them was CubeCraft, a server which at that time had a big audience. After a while though, Hypixel, the biggest server as of 2021, decided to add Bedwars in 2017. It blew up by storm, breaking world records for the highest player count in a minigame, and it completely dominated the minigame genre, as they added different features which not only improved the game, but also made it funner. It destroyed the current minigame at that time, which was Skywars, and to this day has been destroying Skywars. Now since we are talking about the most notable Bedwars and its history, we need to talk about its other game modes. Overall, there are 2 main game modes, regular Bedwars and Bedwars Dream. Now I would not be talking about every small detail for each game mode, rather I'll just talk about important and notable details. Anyways, why don't we start? There are 4 core modes for regular Bedwars. Those are Solo, Doubles, 3v3v3, and 4v4v4. They are pretty much the same, but with faster material drops and a generally bigger in terms of map. Now, I do not know when all of these specific game modes have been made, but I can assume that they were here the moment Solo has been originally released. It was probably around 2017. Now there isn't much to talk about here, except the 3v3 and 4v4 special game modes, which was released at mid-2019. It is basically duels, but with 4 enemies and 3 teammates, making it a 4v4. There was this other minigame though. It is the 4v4 capture. This is the inspiration of the 4v4. It was originally released at early 2018. It was kind of capture the ring, wherein whoever stays there the longest wins. But it's a bit more complex as you have to put a bed or something. It was really complex. Maybe fun, but maybe that's what gave its downfall. It ended up being removed after a few months. Now we are pretty much done with regular Bedwars. It is safe to say that we can move on to the special game modes, weekly game modes, or what most people call it, the Dream Game Mode. The Dream Game Mode has 6 modes which are always in rotation. These are of the following: Rush, Ultimate, Castle, my favorite, Voidless, Armed, and Lucky Blocks. These are all special game modes, and again, I won't dive too deep into what they are because I want you to experience it yourself. I'll just talk about the gist of it, their history, and anyways, let's start. The first ever special game mode was Rush. Now the wiki does not exactly say anything about this being a reference to Bedwars, but we all know it is. So Rush was originally introduced in April 30, 2018. In it is basically Bedwars, but most of the prices are cheaper, your bed already has a layer inside it, all the generators are maxed, and basically it's late game. Rush was then updated at June 27, 2018, changing a few bugs and game mechanics. After the release of Rush, a lot of people wanted more game modes, and so the Bedwars team decided to release another one at May 17, 2018. For this special game mode, it introduced the same gameplay mechanics, but this time, people have the chance to have different skills and abilities, creating different strategies and game styles. Just like Rush, Ultimate got a version 2 at July 11, 2018. Again, with new bug fixes and ability changes. A side note though, before Rush version 2 was created, Castle, another special game mode, was introduced to the mix. This is honestly my favorite one since it introduced more people in one game. In this 40 versus 40, there are 3 beds that you have to break at the other team. Do note though that this mode is chaos, which is why I love it. This was shown to the public at June 6, 2018, and again, just like the other 2, Castle version 2 is an update created at August 1, 2018. Again, they fixed bugs and just created new mechanics. Lucky Blocks. Oh, Lucky Blocks. At February 2019, a new game mode was added. It was the Lucky Block game mode. In it was basically the same solo gameplay. The only addition was Lucky Blocks. These cubes of mystery can bring pain but also fortune. Once again, Lucky Blocks version 2 was added at July 10, 2020, adding more mechanics and bug fixes. The next one is Bedwars, but without the fear of falling to the void. Yes, it's Voidless. This is a mode which was first introduced on August 22, 2019. It's pretty much like normal Bedwars, but no void. That's literally it. Not even a Voidless version 2. F for that. Finally, the last dream mode is the Armed mode. In this, it plays out like normal Bedwars, but there are guns. Yes, guns. Again, not much to talk about since that's basically the premise of what it is. Yes, there are other features, but I will probably talk about that in another video. Maybe a special episode. Who knows? Now I honestly think that they should make it so that instead of it being weekly, we can just choose to play it whenever, wherever. The game modes are just too fun, and waiting for a month for a full rotation is just too boring. Either way, even if not much will change, we all know that Bedwars will stay at top 1 for a very long time. Now that pretty much concludes this episode. I can finally say that we are pretty much done for this time. I will be posting the part 2 tomorrow or maybe the day after. It really depends if I have free time or not, since I still have school and such. Anyways, I really do hope that you've enjoyed the video. Like the video if you believe that my hard work deserves a like, dislike if you feel like I need to put more effort into it, and subscribe to see my channel grow. Thanks again, bye!